Hi, Hillary. Thank you so much for joining me in this podcast episode. Really appreciate it. How are you today?
Hi, I'm wonderful. How the world are you?
Yeah, everything's going perfect. Thank you. I'm super excited to do a podcast episode with you and learn more about yourself. And we have like interesting topic to discuss, which is like a leader's health, how they can be better in health shape in the mindset. So before we get into that, I'd love to know more about yourself. Like, how did you become an entrepreneur yourself in the coaching space?
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. I worked on my job for like 33 years. And I rose up from being a line staff accountant to being the manager and of the office and to being the CFO. And so, I learned so many things about myself and learned so many things about leadership.
Mhm.
That at each phase I was learning more about myself and becoming more of the leader that I already was, you
Yeah.
know, and just learning how to handle all the different uh how can I say all the different personalities, those above me as far as the board members and other then those on my peers as far as other directors and those in leadership, as well as those subordinates. And it was a real growth experience. And that is what I base, when I talk to leaders, I know where they're coming from,
Mhm.
especially women leaders. Because then I'm also a pastor, so that's another level of leadership. And just find myself leading in different ways. And it's so amazing because I used to be very, very shy. And I always knew I was supposed to be a leader, but I didn't know how in the world that was going to happen. So for me, in 1985, I became a born again Christian. And that's when, I started kind of opening up and being more bold and just being somebody new.
Mhm.
It's like the person that already was in me that was afraid to show up on the out so that everybody see her was now loose to be free. And then I had that progression of learning myself and learning people.
Yeah, interesting. So you've been a leader yourself and you helping other leaders to get their shape and mindset and health as well. So how important do you think like as a leader to be in a fit position when physically or mentally?
Oh, it's a ongoing process because you never know what is going to hit you for the day.
Yeah.
And you're the one responsible. When you're the leader, the buck stops with you. That's what I learned as I kept progress. And you have to be ready. And so sometimes you have stuff that's going on at home. If you're a leader at home too,
Yeah.
with your family, you have stuff that can sometimes spill over. Your personal life can spill over into you being a leader on your job or in your business, as well as that stuff can uh, boil over into your personal life, your family life. And so we have to learn, different strategies to have boundaries.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like as a leader, like we tend to like over underestimate on our health and our mental well-being. Like we all the time on the go, 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 and we don't have the time for ourselves to look after ourselves, eat right, or like sleep right, or like having like kind of physical movement or exercise. So in terms of like you've been working with like a lot of entrepreneurs, leaders yourself. Like what do you see in a common, like what they're actually lacking in terms of like their health is not in the right place?
Yeah, I encounter a lot of people that are dealing with chronic fatigue,
Mm.
not just not being able to get enough sleep. And again, that can be from stress and
Yeah.
overwhelm and just learning strategies to deal with those things that are causing the stress and just making those decisions. We have to decide that we're going to do better for our health's sake.
Yeah.
Because when your health is not at an optimal level, you're not as good as you need to be to those people that are dependent on you. And I was just talking to someone, how you have to make, even if it's talking about sleep, even if it means going to bed just a few minutes early each
Mhm.
night and increasing that, so that you can be able to allow your body the time that it needs to repair and restore and regenerate during the time that you sleep, so
Yeah,
that you can be rejuvenated, and get that restorative sleep that helps you to be um, at an optimal level when you wake up ready to go. Because it's a terrible thing when you wake up and you're tired again and you just had a night's sleep, and here you got to keep going, and it can, how can I say, it can frustrate your being that leader that you need to be. So our health is, and once your sleep is frustrated like that, it can spill over into you having attitude problems,
yeah,
and even spilling over to maybe developing a level of depression, because it's how can I say, it's just very frustrating, you
yeah.
know.
Yeah, it's like a sleep. It's like a priority number one for like entrepreneurs or anyone. Like for you, that like a great good sleep. Like you can't really focus on the day to day, and that actually overwhelm you. You can't make the right decision. You can't
Yeah,
focus. You can't be in a position like where you be drained, you weak. It's like a proper mess. So yeah,
yeah,
I try to like get at least 8 hours of good sleep before I do anything else. Like without my sleep, I wouldn't compromise anything. No partying, no going for like something, or no late night movies. I want to sleep. One of my time is there. Like when I feel I need to go bed, I just need to go bed. So
yeah.
and stress is like the most important thing. Like for like who can't go sleep, and I've been there. I couldn't sleep for many years because I lost both of my parents very early age 13. They both passed away. So 2 years on a
Mm,
sleeping pills and everything, even though sleeping pills is not actually working for me. I was on antidepressant medication. That actually wasn't working. I had to sleep just before like a sunrise is about like 1 hour before that, probably having like 1 or 2 hours extra sleep. And all day because I was young, that's why it didn't actually affect me. I was energized and I've been doing everything normal.
mm,
On a later in my life, like I feel like I need the kind of sleep. Without that, like I can't operate, I can't do things, I can't think right, or like I can't manage my business or anything like that. So going back to like how do you, as a leader, like how they can manage the stress? Because stress is the main thing. Like they won't be able to go sleep, or like be overwhelmed, or thinking about tomorrow, the project they had, or like something didn't go right uh, during the day, like the business deal wouldn't gone through. So how do you actually manage them stress in order to get a better night's sleep?
okay, to get a better night's sleep, one of the things I was just thinking as you were talking, even you know I find that a lot of leaders will, how you say, not take their time to have lunch,
Mm.
to actually
You
go
skip
to
it.
lunch, go
Yeah.
away from the desk, where everything is happening,
Yeah.
and and spend some time or take some kind of break away from the desk, away from the work, because you really need that separation for
Mm.
it does something with your mind to be able to step away, and even during the day we can sit at our computers, and once you get so involved in your work, you look and you've been sitting there 4 hours, you need to get up and move,
Yeah.
because even taking a walk from your desk, even if it's at home, from the desk to the kitchen or to the living room and come back, maybe do some stretching or something like that, that helps to give you that boosted energy that you need,
Mm.
because when we just sit for long periods of time, it hinders our circulation,
Yeah.
and all of that is not good, and you can sometimes you can work on something so long and you're looking for the answer, the solution to an issue. If you get up and move away, take a walk, take a brief walk, down the hall, whatever, and come back. Sometimes that solution you were seeking for an hour or so just pops in your mind. It helps you to be able, like you were saying, to think clearer, to have some clarity of mind, help clear up some of that brain fog.
Yeah. Yeah. That,
Yeah.
that that actually helps in terms of like going through that. So moving forward, we get our best sleep, and there is like a few important component in there. Like we need like a good Eating, right. Eating habit needs to be there. Like we skip meal, skip our breakfast, skip our lunches. We just only focus on our dinner as a leader, especially in the US. Like they try to rush things, like focus
Yeah.
on their work. They don't have the minute of their own time. And how do someone like who can prepare for like the meal and like importance of the meal need to be taken on time? Probably having like a small meal, but even though you're taking a small steps.
Yeah, small meals, to prepare your meals is always the best. And I
Yeah,
think during this pandemic time and coming through that, you have more people preparing their own meals than ever before,
yeah.
and so that you can have some healthy choices. It's important to choose healthy choices. Uh, you People pretty much know what's a healthy choice, and
Yeah.
you know what you will eat. If I tell you what I like to eat and you say, oh, I don't like that, well,
Mm,
choose what you do like to eat that's healthy. To even have a
right.
healthy snack, have a fruit, an apple or something around for those times when uh you feel that lag in your energy, something that's going to help boost it, that's not just sugary, that give you that boost and then throw you back down hard sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you find yourself really tired and sleepy and not able to function. you know um so yeah, taking your own lunch salads or some fresh kind of fruit or vegetable is always important. And just not overloading yourself, you
Mm.
know yeah.
Yeah, we tend to like overeat. Like we skip the meals, and then when we actually eat, then we eating like them. We try to make over them two meals we skipped, probably breakfast and lunch. We having like all big some of them eating, and it's not digesting before we just eating it right before our sleep, and that's why it's like another sleep problem comes in because now you're bloated, now you're gassy, and you feel like anxious. All of them problem it comes up, and you're not having like a good night's sleep. So yeah,
I want to say one thing there
sure.
that while you were talking, it just came to me about our eating, taking our time. We
Yeah.
People barrel through their meals and hardly really recognizing how it really tastes, and
Mm,
really enjoying the food. People eat way too fast, and when you're on the go, you got things to do, you got people to meet, you got stuff going
yeah.
on. You tend to eat really fast, and the thing is, your brain needs about 20 minutes to recognize that you've eaten and that you're satisfied. When you
Mm,
eat too fast, your brain doesn't recognize that you ate. And that's why a lot of times people will say, I just ate. I don't know why I'm so hungry again.
I know.
Eating too fast is
Yeah.
not good because it can confuse your body.
Yeah, I used to do that. And I know like I used to all of my meals is gone in 5 minutes. So after that I
Yeah.
feel like I need to eat something. And this I feel like I'm already bloated. I ate so much, there is no space on my belly. But I feel like I need to eat something because my brain is not recognizing,
It's
and I feel
not
like I need to
recognizing
munch
it.
on something. Yeah, yeah, it's so
Exactly.
true. Yeah, like you need to chew more so then food can digest on your stomach and it's not gonna give you gas, it's not gonna give you acidity. Because I diagnosed with IBD, inflammatory bowel disease, and right now
Hmm.
I have to eat slowly so my intestinal system they can digest really, really well. But before that, I used to like gobble up everything. Like I'm just eating like within a few minutes, it's just finished. So
Yeah.
yeah,
When
like
you
eating is the
when you
most important. Yeah,
I want to say, when you notice that you've eaten a good meal,
yeah,
when if the meal makes you thirsty,
mm,
and if it makes you, tired, that meal is working like poison in your body, because that's the first thing that poison will do in your body, make you thirsty and make you tired.
wow,
When you've eaten a good meal, when you're done, you feel like going to take a walk.
mm,
You feel that you eat,
energized.
you feel satiated,
Yeah,
and you feel good. You don't feel all tired and lethargic. That's one way to judge the meal that you're eating, and maybe to help you to um, listen to your body more, so that you can feel that, not feel all tired. If you're feeling thirsty and tired,
mm,
you need to work on what you're putting in your body.
yeah,
I
definitely.
listen. I listen that way. I've learned to listen that way and tell other people. the
Yeah.
same. Listen to your body.
Yeah. So let's move to like physical activities. So as a leader, like they struggle to find the time for eat a meal, let alone forget about like exercising or doing some walk or things like that. But a lot of people gonna make a New Year resolution. New Year is just around the corner, just 1.5 months probably we are left to like a New Year's coming in. And a lot of people gonna make New Year resolution by February 15, like 2/3 of like people gonna leave the gym and their new resolution is will be over. So how important is like physical activity or even like moving in general, like going for a walk or like doing anything sports or something like that, whatever people prefer. But we as a leader, like most of them like skip their meal, forget about like doing any exercise. They don't have the time for it. How do they can find the time for like their physical activities?
Well, I'm a certified lymphologist dealing with the lymphatic system.
Yeah.
And so I tell people, listen, the number one way to activate your lymphatic system is bouncing on a mini trampoline.
Mm,
So I always tell people you need to get a mini trampoline because you can bounce. What I'm talking about bouncing is not um, jumping high and flipping or anything like that, or trying to do a beast mode type of cardio workout.
right.
It's what we call lymphosizing with
Okay.
the focus on the lymphatic system. It's a gentle bounce. And that gentle bounce helps the lymphatic system to work properly, and
Mhm.
it helps it to be activated so that the lymphatic system supports all the other systems of the body to help them to be cleaned. And so it's like a vacuum to clean out a buildup of cellular waste throughout the body. And
Yeah.
so it helps your digestion, it helps your nervous system, it helps your cardiovascular system, it helps all the other systems. And
Yeah.
so that simple act can uh, work wonders, even just 2 or 3 minutes. You'd be surprised the energy that it gives you and the clarity of mind and all of that. Um, but then if you don't have a mini trampoline, taking a nice walk, you know, uh, a walk where you're lifting your arms and lifting your legs, your knees, and kind of walking like this here. You can't
Yeah.
see it on the podcast, but you're lifting your elbows, right? It's sort of like marching, and that helps to activate your lymphatic system as well.
Okay.
So because we were meant to move, our
Yeah.
bodies were meant to move, and to help our circulation, to help the systems of the body to work together. And when we sit and sit and sit and sit, it's not good at all for all the systems of the body.
Yeah. Yeah. We're just killing our body, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely. This all things matters in terms of like getting in a great shape or like a get stamina or you can focus better. It's like a mental health. So doing all of these, like, do you think it actually improves our mental health as well? Like we can take on more pressure, we can take on more stress. Like if we can sleep well, we can eat well, or do some exercise or movie.
Yeah, that's the thing. I wrote a book, and the book is called You Got the Power:
Mhm.
7 Ways to Transform Your Health and Peace. When you have your health, you're going to have more peace in your life.
Yeah.
When you have more peace, you're going to be, your health is going to be better. So they work hand in hand. When your health is compromised, your peace is going to be compromised. And so, that's the way I see life. Just trying to have that balance of health and peace in your mind, in your body, and in your spirit.
Yeah.
Doing those things that you can do to help your body help you. That's the thing that I teach everybody that I work with. You have a responsibility to help your body help you. The
Mm.
body knows what to do when the conditions are right. If you
Yeah.
don't get enough sleep, the body is compromised in being able to help you at an optimal level. If you don't drink enough water, there's another thing. If you don't drink enough water, you're frustrating the body's ability to help you like it could if you would drink enough water.
Uh-huh.
If we don't do our part, the body can't do its part at an optimal level.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I've been experiencing that. Right now I've been drinking 3, 4 liters of water a day. So like I already got my half a liter.
Yeah, I got mine too. Yeah.
Yeah, That's like you need them kind of things. Without like a body, like you can't actually do like things on a proper way. So Hillary, it's been a great pleasure like having a conversation with you, and we're coming to the end of this podcast. So those who's listening, if anyone interested to learn more about you, your program, or want to read your book, where's the best place to find you all?
They can find my book at hillarygoodwin.com. It is on Amazon as well, but they can get it at hillarygoodwin.com. They can get a signed copy, and it's a slight discount there as well. They can also reach out to me if they want more information. They can connect with me on Facebook or LinkedIn at Hillary Goodwin. And also, if they would like to have a free 20-minute clarity call to find out if what they're dealing with in their life and their health, if I can help them, and I most likely can, they can reach out to bit.ly/speak with Hillary.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much for sharing those information. So yeah, it's been a great pleasure to having a conversation with you and you coming to the shows. So I wish you best of luck with your personal life and a career, and you have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you, Russell. You too.
Thank you. So that's a wrap, guys. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast episode. I hope you enjoyed it. So those who's listening, if you're interested to learn more about Hillary, go visit her website, and also you can reach out to her on a social media platform. And also you can book the clarity call on the link she mentioned, and I'm gonna leave the link on the below as well on the podcast. So until then, I'll talk to you in the next episode. Take care.